about that and be concerned about it in order to create something like this that has literally changed the lives of lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of women all over the world.
Would you say millions? I mean, have you sold over 1 million, do you think?
I'm telling you, if not, it's close. I'm just saying. I don't have numbers because we've been doing it for so long, and I don't even think they kept records back then.
See, what I think is revolutionary, not only the machine, because I love mine, and mine doesn't have a name yet. Yours have names. I'm jealous of that. Yeah. I have to find a name. But anyway, not only that he invented such a machine, but that his whole family, including the girls in the family, all work with him.
We have quite a group in the family. It's a family-owned business. I have 2 nieces that are involved in the business, a brother-in-law, a brother, and myself, and, the other family members kind of dabble here and there, like, a granddaughter has helped, with artwork, and, so it's kind of in and out. But the main group, we're very close. We live all within 3 miles of home.
And I just want to say that this is not like a sexy, sex-craved family. I mean, like when you talk to me, you always say I'm kind of vanilla compared to you, Lori. And I think it's such a riot because you work with the Sybian. It's like... And you've told me that when people find out what you do, like if you're sitting at a bar somewhere or at a party and someone finds out that you're the Sybian daughter,
Sybian girl, right?
They think these lewd things about you.
I grew up, riding horses and doing all kinds of, tomboy things. It's a very normal family. We have a very normal family. Now we can sit down and have some, good conversations, but obviously the conversations, are around, where can Sybian go? What can Sybian do? Or this has happened, with Sybian. And it's been fascinating to watch over the years. One of the things that we've talked about is that Sybian fits in everywhere, and that's so exciting.
Every facet,
yep.
Like all the groups that I've talked about on this show, whether you be into kink,
yep.
whether you be into vanilla sex,
yep.
whether you be into swinging or
yep.
into polyamory or into gender bending, BDSM, whatever you're into, you could find a way to put the Sybian
yep.
into a scene anywhere.
Yep.
You could. Once and for all, I just want to say, first of all, you could start with yourself.
Yep.
And as our friend Joan Price, who I want to mention here, Joan Price has been on the show before, and she wrote the book called Naked at Our Age. Mm-hmm. And Joan uses a Sybian and she holds it to her. She lays down in her bed mm-hmm. and holds it to her because for whatever her challenges are with her body, she can't sit on it. So that's not a great sex position for her. So she holds it on her, on top of her, as if it were a partner. And most of us sit on it. Mm-hmm. But you can also lean into it different ways. But you can start just with yourself, increasing the intensity of your orgasms, increasing the number of orgasms. But someone asked yesterday, like, how do I start? And you have to build slowly. You have to experiment with the machine on very, very low speeds, very, very low rotation. Mm-hmm. The machine does 2 things. It vibrates from low to high. So low is very low vibration. It's not like, what did you call it? A buzz.
Right.
It's not a buzzing. No. It's not a buzzing vibration.
Yep. I like
Most
to call
vibrators.
A rumble.
A rumble.
Yeah.
Most vibrators are like zzz,
yes.
zzz, like a drill.
Yes.
And this is like a rumble strip mm-hmm. kind of a thing. And then there's a rotator also. So there are attachments that could be placed on the rotator that resemble having sex with a person, yep. with a penis, mm-hmm. with a partner. So it has 2 functions. It has 2 separate dials, and you can dial them from beginning 0 to whatever the high number is.
That works for you, right?
And I say the high number is like an airplane. And it's rare to want to use that. For me, it's too much. I don't know about other people. I guess there's some people who really like it like that.
Well, again, some women and men like a lot of vibration, some don't. like so much. Some people are very sensitive to vibration, others not. So when the Sybian was, created the way that it was created, it was made for everybody, literally. I mean, there are some women and men who need a lot of vibration for whatever reasons. We talked about that yesterday. I mean, there are some medical and health, right?
But
conditions.
Also to just feel, sometimes to just shake past a limitation of being held so tightly.
Mm-hmm. So that's another great aspect of the Sybian, is that most of your toys out there, you get like a low, medium, or high, or you get some pattern variations, and you don't have a lot of flexibility. With the Sybian, you have exactly what will work for you, because there is no limitations on it at all.
It's great. And you could, some of the kinky stuff you could do with it is that you could hand the controls over to a partner. Mm-hmm. You could blindfold yourself and hand the controls over to a partner. Did I ever do anything like that?
Oh boy. You'll have to read Butterfly Workshops to find out. And you should.
So, Bunny, why do we want to do this? Why are we doing this? Why did we team up? What's your notion of that?
Oh, well, let's see. Besides the fact that I love and adore you and you're just beyond awesome, we both have the same...
Thank you, by the way.
We both have the same vision for women. Women who are trapped, in themselves, or don't know what to do, want something better for their sex lives, want to know how to self-pleasure. We want to teach. We want to show. We want to... we both have that vision of being able to free women to take responsibility for their own sexual health and wellness, and to blossom and become the women that they deserve to be, and to have the pleasure that they deserve to have.
It's their birthright to have pleasure.
Absolutely.
So my vision is a little skewed. I mean, we're both over 50, so my vision also has to do with women who are over 50. I'm not saying women who are under 50 can't get a Sybian. They should.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, before I say what that is, I wanted to say, I know that there are a lot of people out there who are opposed to using vibration. Actually, someone just wrote on Facebook today, because I posted a picture of you on Facebook. Everybody go to Facebook and look at Laurie Handler's wall right now. You'll see a picture of Bunny holding up some attachments. Someone wrote under that picture, wrote and said, well, depending upon the circumstances, machines should never substitute for people's innate feeling, and they should be able to stimulate an orgasm and learn to orgasm themselves, and then implement augmentation with machines. And I wrote and said, I agree and disagree.
Yep, I do too.
And so I agree and disagree. And so what I want to say about that is, in each case, in each individual situation, it's different. We had somebody yesterday who has to start to re-educate herself from the beginning of time. Like she has to stroke her body with a feather. She has to try using a shower head. She has to slow everything down with her partner and have no pressure to have orgasm, but to just focus on feelings in the body. So in that case, and she could use Sybian, but we both think that she's trying too hard to produce an outcome called orgasm. Right. So we want you to know that we don't feel that you have to do anything or have any kind of outcome or have any kind of goal in mind. We just want you to be as sensitized and have as much feeling in your body as you possibly can. And you can do that both with or without technology.
Right. It's about the journey.
Exactly.
The pleasure is about the journey. And so women who do have difficulty having orgasms can start with exactly that, enjoying what's happening to them or what they're feeling first, because that's where it begins.
Exactly. And then they can start to augment. But we want people to go, we actually want everyone to go back to square one and really sensitize the body. And we agree with everything. We agree with people doing orgasmic meditation. We agree with people doing Tantra. We agree with people doing BDSM. We don't care. As long as you're getting the pleasure in your body, that's your birthright. So I just want to make that statement.
Right.
And then I want to talk about the vision that I had, which is when I contacted Bunny and said, why don't you come here and let's do a course together. And that is, I think there are a lot of women over 50 who maybe have lost a partner, either through divorce, through death, through some injury or some handicap of the body. Things have changed when people start aging. And I saw this when I started working with the Sybian myself. I saw the possibility of having amazing sex with myself and getting juicier and juicier for myself as a result of using the machine. And then I thought, wow, there's probably millions of women out there who think they're never going to have sex again.
There is. There actually is.
And who think there's never going to be this pleasure for them again. And I feel if they were to purchase a Sybian and really start using it for themselves, they could get juicy and juicier again in their lives, and then they could possibly attract someone new into their life and introduce them to the Sybian, of course.
Right. And the woman from yesterday that has not had a partner or done any kind of self-pleasure for a long time because she's just put it off to the side, she said exactly that. She said, I want to learn about my body, and I want to have orgasms, and I want to, know about me first, because maybe someday I will have a partner, and I want to know what I'm doing. So good. And it was such a, of course, it was inappropriate to take any pictures of people, right. But if I tell you that my dream was so fulfilled, it was like I was having my own inner orgasms as I was watching them all be on the Sybians at the same time. And they were clothed, by the way. I mean, they weren't all riding the Sybians naked. Nobody was doing anything insertion-wise with the Sybians, but they were just getting familiarized with the machine and what it could do. And I just sat in that room and I was so excited. I was like orgasmic energy was writhing through my body because I was so happy for them. So we're going to do more. I just want to let you know we're going to do more wherever my travel schedule is kind of crazy, but wherever we can fit in a talk, or even if there's places that I'm already going to and that Bunny can come to, and we could do an evening for women, or we could do an evening for couples. We plan to do it. We plan to do it. So I just want to let you know, you could get in touch with me, Laurie, at butterflyworkshops.com. And you spell my name with 6 letters, Laurie, at butterflyworkshops, that's with an S.com. And I will schedule something. I will be on the East Coast this spring. I will be in the Oregon area in May. I'm trying to think of where else I'll be in the U.S., because I think most of the people who will call us will be U.S.-based. Anyway, just let us know where you are, and we will try to get you scheduled if you'd like us to come there and ship a few powerful Lamborghinis of vibration to your neck of the woods. Anything else, Bunny? Did we leave anything out? I think everybody needs to think about themselves. Pretty please.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think it's more about taking the time, wanting something for yourself, deciding, what it is you want, taking the time. You have to. This takes time.
Oh, and putting in the work. You've said that before.
Putting in the work. It takes time. Yes, you have to have the will and the desire, and then you have to. I like to call it 4 Ps.
What? What are the 4 Ps?
The 4 Ps are. First of all, giving yourself permission. Practicing.
Practice.
Being persistent.
Okay, persistence.
And having the patience to follow through for this, because it's so important for you.
That's great. I love the 4 Ps. That's wonderful. Thanks so much, Bunny. Thanks for being my guest on the show today. Thanks for being my guest in my home and co-facilitating this wonderful workshop with me. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning into Sex and Happiness this week. You know, next time I'll be back with another amazing guest to add to your pleasure.